Welcome everybody to Big Braids and Crypto. This is your host, Mr. Big Braids, coming to you live from a reservation somewhere. We're going to do a little bit of a crypto and coffee this morning. So I'm taking a look at crypto this morning. Let's get it started. So we're just going to update on a few different coins. We did a video for the ASM community. Shout out to them. And we got a pretty good sale over there. Went down to 10.65. The market's been pretty crazy. We've been waiting on BTC to make some moves, and BTC is still pretty undecided. we're still looking at a retest of the support down here. Probably coming down to the area. Let me change this out here. Let's get us this cross up here. I like this one better. There we go. So, more than likely going to come down and test 46,000. It is up at a support here at 786 for a possible bounce and recovery as far as BTC goes. I know there's like a lot of bud going out there, for a possible setup like that. This 42,000 is on the table. It is bringing a lot of prices down. I did hear that as far as looking around at the prices with everything that's dropped in, that Terra Luna did pretty good. I've been trying to look for a good chart on that. I'll pull that one up later, but sounds like Terra's having a good week here. Terra Luna, and I'm sure, they basically said, the wrapped Luna as well is doing pretty good. So, but as far as BTC goes, we got a couple of decent readings. Let's take a look at OK Coins Lao. Basically quoted, he said, fundamentally, the continuation of monetary expansion and declining purchasing power is not disappearing and will only drive more interest into scarce assets like Bitcoin. Now, what are your thoughts on that? I'd like to hear from the community as well as, and I enjoy the comments from everybody out there that, just basically commenting on all the news, which is great because, as a community, it's always awesome to be ahead of the game, and we got to work together to beat this game. As you can tell, there's just like we're going up against, FUD, we're going against, Fed regulations, we're going up against different changing markets. We're looking at people are, they're just kind of new to crypto, but it's if you look into it, but you always got to remember this is not financial advice. These are my views and opinions on the market only, and you always got to do what's right for you. But looking at crypto, I could be sitting here looking at the commercials for a couple times, just glancing at a movie, and you see about 4 or 5 commercials on there about crypto right now. Advertisements. You watch sports games, you see the logos on everything, you see people like me with a crypto hat on, or the new NKN Army shirt, or the Shiba Army shirts, or I imagine we're only only a little ways away before we have Galax clothing, or Stellar hats, or BTC socks. I know that stuff's already out there more than likely. What's sex? Mana bananas. The sky's the limit as far as anything goes, and is technology as advanced as we're getting here. It's the only way we can go. Tons of different monetations, but it is kind of one. It makes you like we're looking at all these projects and they're developing all this cool stuff, and it's just pushing us even more and more forward. We went from a $3 trillion market to I believe it went down to 2.3 trillion, or we dropped just probably about 20%. I'm thinking that's what the markets were saying, but that's still a big market. That's a lot of money, and just that's just a lot of money in the market, and especially with the the inflation and all that kind of stuff, people are looking for a lot of places to keep those funds and stuff. And crypto is it's just the regulations. I think we just really need to focus on what's going on with that. People are getting affected with that, but even with those things coming up, a lot of people just really didn't freaking it really didn't matter because BTC started moving, but then we had the news on the Omicron variant, and then as you could tell, we had. I mean, it did go 20% down, but you got to think about that as a population. I got like 10 friends, and a few of us have anxiety, and so us guys are gonna have our own idea. Three out of the 10 bunch, we're like, something's happening. We're going for the heels. So of course, out of a big portion of investors, they're definitely going to probably pull some money out and say, you know what, I'm moving to the hills, I'm getting the hell out of here, I'm taking my money, I'm going to go put it in the safe someplace, and I'm just going to hold up here till we figure out what's going on. And then when they figure out everything's going on, then they go back to their freaking beachwood homes and put the money back where it was before, and because that's just what's been happening. But that's just my opinion. But as far as that goes, we just need to keep an eye on the news. Let's take a look at Galax here, some Gala. These scenarios are basically playing out just like with Gala here. Looks like it's going to come back down. Check the 786 at 44 cents, and more than likely this scenario here is playing out where we come back up and check, get over the 618 and start making that push upwards. So we got to keep an eye on that. We were up here last night when we were making the video, and it didn't hold support at the 618 at 0.50948. This scenario did play out here, more than likely just due to the uncertainty of BTC, which it's affecting all the markets here. So keep an eye on that as far as Galax goes. It's 44 cents, and then we did put these price actions down here at 0.36, which was it's actually going to be a pretty decent sale to go that low. Gala's been pretty trucking along pretty good. It's been doing some decent consolidation. It's still trying to make some moves. So we just got to keep an eye on that as far as Gala goes. Let's see, we got LCX. LCX, same scenario. It's coming back down, testing the 786. As you'll notice, a lot of the coins are basically, at the same area, at the same bid lines, and that's just basically because BTC's just basically got the market set at a, we're kind of sitting at a limbo of right in the middle, which is actually, I mean, right now, it's the best place to be at, but that's just my opinion, because we could just be like talking about it like, damn, what happened? Is crypto over? And we already be way down below, and in a super bearish market to where we can say it's a bearish market, but people are still like 50-50. Even when you look at the shorts and the longs, they're both, undecided. Everybody's just kind of like, well, I'm not too sure what's going to happen. We got, but just, on my point of view, as far as looking at everything's still on sale, and could it be some, weeks to be recovered? More than likely. And I know everybody's like, probably wondering about that, but, but my plan at that is, I still get time to get in on some way better prices than they were before. So, I mean, this is probably the best sale here ever. I mean, you couldn't have asked for anything better than that. So there's still time to accumulate awesome prices, and I know a lot of people were accumulating prices and making money early in the game, which is awesome. So this is just part of a, we're, geez, look at this. Like XLM held at 38 cents for like the longest time. Everybody, thought that was probably, the floor, and now everybody's, a lot of people are getting some awesome action at 26 cents, which is unbelievable prices for Stellar. So, can it go lower than that? I'm playing it by here and keeping an eye on it, and I'm just gonna, if this sucker goes down to, to like, 20 cents or something like that, even into the 15 cents, holy crap, and that's gonna be some awesome accumulation. So I look at this as opportunity, as I still got time to get in some, some of the lowest price actions possible, especially a lot of these bigger companies, so this is where I'm looking for action, especially at these low prices. I am looking at all of the major coins, we got like, XLM. XLM's a really good company. They got a lot of good companies there. ETC still, still hanging in at 38. NKN getting some prices at 37. We've got ADAs at $1.33. Matic still looks like it's punching along at 207. So band came down. It did come down to the 552. Let's take a look at that for all the bandies. So yeah, I did. It came below the 786 of where where you're looking at yesterday. 506 is on the table, and if it gets in lower than that, 294, and then possible consolidation, and then back up. So that's kind of the outlook for all the bandies out there. If we get back over 637, then possibly looking for that trend back up. So let's keep an eye on that. Let's see what else we got up on here. So as you can tell, the shorts and the longs are basically looking pretty undecided. So I mean, look at that. Okay, we got the shorts dropping, and let's take a look at the longs. Let's see if they're going to go start back up. And could there be some recovery? It's still, I mean, both the shorts and longs are both looking undecided at this point. Let's look at Hero. Hero's looking like it's got the scenario set up that we were going for here the other day, which is basically creeping its way back along, which is actually pretty good. It is getting some decent recovery, but it is looking for some action. If we can get it, looks like it did get rejected at 23 cents. It's going to come back down and check the 618 at 1953. Let's get that drawing off of there. We'll try to get a decent next stopper. So as far as Meta Hero goes, looks like it's probably going to come down and check the 618 at 20 cents for possibly the bounce, and then the carry up, and then back over. If we can get over this 25-cent mark, and then we probably start moving making the next move up towards our push to 32 cents. So keep an eye on that if we can get through there. But if the 618 doesn't hold at 0.20, then 18 cents is on the table for some some accumulation, and then back up. Meta Hero's been rolling pretty dang. The steam on this has been going pretty good, and the projects that are coming out of Meta Hero are just awesome. So it's one that I've kept an eye on for a long time. These prices here, you can't beat that, because these are just some awesome projects to to take a look at and keep an eye on. Farms down to 102. That's pretty dang low price. If it gets any lower than that, wow, I mean, could be possible. I still keep an eye on farm just because it's got so less fuel amount in circulation, and it definitely pumped pretty fast. So that's one to keep an eye on. I mean, at $100, that's a pretty awesome sale. If it gets down to 50, there's definitely got to get some of that action. That's part of my game plan as far. But always remember, this is not financial advice. You always got to remember. These are my views and opinions on the market only, and you always got to do what's right for you. D&T's at 15, Links 19. I mean, this is back. This is some awesome, totally awesome prices. Got Q&T at 179. Let's keep an eye on. We'll just keep an eye on PTC. We'll do an updated video later. We're just running through the coins since we're going into sale prices now, and then once we hit that bounce, then we'll start focusing on what's the next, or if we do get that dip that's coming in, then we'll start focusing on that. But it is a Sunday, so it remains to be seen what's going to happen tomorrow. Once Monday comes in the market, it's exciting for me right now to take a look at it. If I do have any updates, I'll be sure to post something immediately. But the community does appreciate all the comments and information that everybody posts. Just keeping an eye out for everybody in the market. If everybody knows what's going on, the faster we can spread the news. Throughout the community, we can get those tweets going, we can get those videos going, we can get those posts going. So that way, everybody in the community's up to date, and we know what's going on, what coins are popping, where the money's flowing, and just keep that information flowing. And I'm going to keep letting everybody in the community know what we know, and let's just keep it going like that. We'll do some updated videos on random coins later. But other than that, everybody have a good afternoon, and Mr. Big Braids is signing out.